Hello kids, I'm Mark, and today we're celebrating Pride. In fact, this whole month we're celebrating Pride. So, what is pride? The word pride means to be happy for yourself, or to be proud of yourself. You can be proud of doing your best at school, finishing a race, or being a good singer. You could be proud of being a good friend, listening to your teachers, or doing the right thing even when it's hard. Could you think of a time you felt proud? But Pride is also a name of a parade that happens at different times of the year all around the world. In lots of places like Edmonton, London, Mexico City, and Shanghai, the parade happens in June. The parade is a celebration. But what are we celebrating? 50 years ago in New York City, there was a place called the Stonewall Inn. Here, the LGBTQ+ community felt safe to be themselves. Back then, LGBTQ+ people were not treated as equals. Many people treated them unfairly. At the Stonewall Inn, they were safe to be themselves. On June 28, 1969, the police tried to arrest the people inside the inn. I know, we're supposed to trust the police, and it's their job to keep us safe. But a long time ago, people thought it wasn't right to be LGBTQ. But this isn't right. The LGBTQ+ community had had enough. They decided that the way they were being treated was unfair. And they shouldn't be ashamed of who they are. And so they protested. It was a dangerous thing to do, but still they stood together for what they believed in. The police eventually backed down, and these people were free to be themselves. This started protests all around the world, which helped make more and more LGBTQ+ people feel free to be themselves. 1 year later, a march was organized to remember what had taken place and how the LGBTQ+ community had stood up to inequality. Every year, this parade grew and is now what we call Pride. Today, it takes place in many places around the world. Have you been to a Pride parade? Have you ever wondered about the rainbow flag? Well, 8 years after the Stonewall protest, in a city called San Francisco, a man who was also standing up for LGBTQ+ people named Harvey Milk wanted a symbol that would represent pride and equality. His friend, Gilbert Baker, decided to sew the first rainbow flag. Since then, all around the world, people have waved and hung the flag to show their pride and support for the LGBTQ+ community. It's important to celebrate Pride because it reminds us that everyone is equal. As followers of Jesus, we believe that God made every one of us equal. God said that each and every one of us has dignity. That means everyone should be treated with respect. In fact, as followers of Jesus, we believe we are all brothers and sisters, and God is our loving parent. That's even more reason to love one another. And that's why we celebrate Pride in our church family, because we want all people to feel part of God's family, especially LGBTQ+ people. To help us feel connected with God and each other, will you join me in prayer? You can repeat after me. Wonderful God, you made us one family. You made us one family. Help us to respect everyone. Help us to respect everyone. Help us to be like Jesus. Help us to be like Jesus by standing up for others. By standing up for others. In Jesus' name, amen. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, thanks for listening, kids, and happy Pride!